My name is Cornell, and I am 8 years old. You may think that I am stupid, but I'm really quite smart. You may think I don't care about what you think, but I really do. When I look at the world through my eyes, I see a garbage truck. When I hear through my ears, I hear the world tell me, watch out. If life had a color, it would be blue. The sound would be loud. If life had a taste, it would taste like Pepto-Bismol. If I had one dream, it would be to have my parents back. If I had one fear, it would be not having anyone to love me. If I could have the world in the palm of my hands, the one thing I would change, there would be no violence. My name is Cornell, and I am 8. You may think that I am fine, but I'm really in trouble.
The transformation, okay though. The transformation, okay though.
The transformation of Nate.
The transformation of man.
The transformation of bird.
You may think that I am brave, but I'm really not.
You may think that I'm dirt, but I'm new life.
You may think that I'm violent, but I'm not. You may think that I'm a dreamer, but I'm just one stride in a human race.
You may think that I am
violent,
but
I'm not.
On the
Hey,
cab!
yo, my man! Hey, you
Yo,
go
shut that line down!
See, I ain't got no toilet tissue, man. Hold on. Yo, let's take it back, man. Sorry.
Hey, yo,
listen, look. Yo, son, we going to wreck?
What's with
Yo,
John?
yo, open my
Man,
gate.
listen, man. Call Divine, man.
Oh, my girl!
Yo, you got to kidding. She ain't right, you, man. Come on, man.
Third board. Third fucking parole board, man. How's it gonna be? Freedom. How will it be? The cars, the people. Will life embrace me? Or keep me guessing? Trembling. Like a soldier on a bus ride back to a war zone. How will it look? The stars, the moonlight, temporary thrills, teasing me with a rare piece before curfew. How will it smell? The rain, the earth, nature's scent drifting upwards, like satisfaction, like a big sigh. How will it sound? The crash, the thunder of good lovemaking.
Yeah.
Being rudely interrupted by a PO's knock on the door. How will it feel? The oceans, the waves, threatening my life of destruction, anchored to a stigma, trying to reduce my chances of survival in a storm.
It's 11:38 p.m., June 6, 2009. Jafar is driving home over 2.5 hours late to his 9 p.m. curfew. Curfews, he thinks, while smiling, that's something you give children and people on parole. Checking his rearview mirror, he sees far off in the distance flashing lights. He thinks, they're coming for me, as he often does. Not until they had passed by would his body relax. But this time, he is right. The police car pulls up behind him, lights flashing, sirens blaring. Woo, 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 woo. Jafar's body just fills with a mix of anxiety and fear. The muscle within his chest locks up like a charley horse. But he's done nothing wrong. He looks in his side view mirror and watches the officer pull himself from his vehicle, place his hat on, perfect, adjusts his pants, and with measured paces come to the side of his driver's door. License and registration, please, the officer asks, covering Jafar's face with the blinding light of his flashlight, then moving the beam throughout the inside of his car. My license is in my back pocket, in my wallet, and the registration is in the glove compartment. Now, Jafar informs the officer as if seeking permission to unlock his hands from the steering wheel. Get him. After Jafar gets him and gives him to the officer, he watches him take the same measured paces back to his car to run his information. Now, Jafar is the type of person that deals with one thought at a time. He works on it, lets it go, then grabs another one. But now his thoughts were everywhere. They competed with each other for his attention. They intertwined and wrestled and banged against the sides of his skull, getting louder and louder and louder until it felt like they were outside his head. When the officer returned, his demeanor had changed. He was more forceful now, more demanding. What you done do to get yourself on parole, boy? Jafar remained silent. You got an awful bad habit of breaking the law, which you ought to get fixed a whole lot faster than you get that busted headlight of yours fixed now. Let me see your parole, your travel pass. Jafar searches his bag and can't find it. I must have left it home. I can't find it. Oh, you on parole, driving through my town with a busted headlight and no travel pass. You just don't get enough of breaking the law, do you? Jafar remains silent. Oh, now you can't talk? Step out the car. Step out the car. Jafar steps out of the car, leaving his hands where the officer can see him. I ain't say talk. Turn around. Put your hands on the hood. Pressure let you know the position. After he searches Jafar, he then begins to go further. Go to the front of the car. Put your hands behind your head, lock your fingers, and get on your knees. No. Jafar says. He says it calmly. And this is the calmest he's been all night. I said, place your hands behind your head and get on your knees. And I said, no. I will not place my hands behind my head, nor will I get on my knees. I've done nothing wrong. The officer said, this ain't up for no negotiation. He puts his hand on the back of Jafar's neck and tries to push him down, but Jafar doesn't move. I'm telling you one more time, get on your knees. Or what? Jafar turns around. Officer backs up, places his hand on the side of his gun. He said, you can't win. Or what? You shoot me? You shoot me? Where will you shoot me at? Will you shoot me here? Will you shoot me in my mouth to shut me up? Will you be merciful and shoot me in my head and get it over with quick? Will you shoot me here? Here? How many times will you shoot me? Will you shoot me 5? Will you shoot me 10? Will you shoot me 50 times? I'm telling you to get on your knees right now. The officer pulls his gun from his holster, and Jafar walks towards him. He walks close, almost, the barrel of his gun is almost touching his chest. Their eyes are locked on each other, unblinking. I'm not afraid of you. Maybe a long time ago, yeah. But I've grown so much since then. I've grown to respect myself for myself. And I am not going to let you take that away from me. For a long time, a very long time, others controlled my life. They told me, you can't win. Over and over and over again. You can't win. The system is too big. You can't win. You're not smart enough. You can't win. You're not the right color. You can't win. I'm not trying to win today. This moment, right here, right now, I'm trying to get out of prison. And people like you keep pushing me back in, trying to make me feel and think and act like a prisoner. And sometimes I feel like I'm just halfway in and halfway out. That's why I do what I do.
Freeze! Freeze for a second, and let's talk about what's happening. So, what's Jafar's dilemma right now? What's he struggling between? Anybody? What are his options?
Back against the wall.
His back's against the wall.
Maintain his dignity.
He's trying on one hand to maintain his dignity, and on the other hand,
Trying to
trying to
stay out of my back in the cell.
He's trying to stay from going back in the cell. And so right now, Jafar is at a choice point. He can make a couple of decisions. And I'm just wondering if there's anyone in the auditorium who has any piece of advice to give to Jafar before he makes the decision that he's about to make. If you were in his shoes, what would you say to yourself? What would you say to Jafar in this moment?
If we was in Jafar's shoes, we'd be dead already. Because we can't do that in East New York. We would be gone. So prior to Jafar saying no, it would stop.
It would have stopped.
Either Jafar would die or he would die on his knees.
Okay, so the choice is that either Jafar would be dead already or he would have gotten on his knees a long time ago. So let's imagine that's the truth, right? Everyone agree that that's probably the truth? Well, let's say it gets to a point where it doesn't quite escalate to this moment, but Jafar does have the choice of keeping his dignity and not getting on his knees, or getting on his knees. What is your advice to him?
If he doesn't do it, is at the cost of what? We have to all think about, if we're in Jafar's shoes, we have to make a better choice so that we'll be there later.
So tell Jafar what you tell him to do right now.
Not now, my brother. This
Not
is
now.
the time.
Not now, my brothers.
We'll have other opportunities, and this individual, this officer Redneck, or whoever he is going to continue to be who he is. And you can't change him now. We have to change him together.
Yep.
Keep your hands where we can see them.
Get his badge number, Jafar.
Anybody over here? Yeah.
I would tell him to pray.
Tell him to pray.
I would tell him to pray.
Anyone else?
ACLU.
ACLU. Get on your knees.
Think about his family.
Think about his family.
Kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness.
Choose life.
Choose life.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself.
You got a future in acting.
This moment does not define you, black man. This moment does not define you. Let him have that, because we got the next one.
So let's see what Jafar will do. Unfreeze Jafar.
Sometimes it seems like I'm just halfway in and halfway out. That's what I do. I do it out of the love I have for myself. I do it for the hope that I have in my future. I do it for the life I want to live. I do it because I'm a man.
My name is Cornell. I do it to stay free.
My name is Cato. I do it because I refuse to let my family down.
My name is Manny, and I do it for the right to vote. Let's do a round of applause.
Jafar, this is Jafar Abbas. Hey guys, don't leave. Come on out, guys. Come on out one more time, guys. Cato Jenkins, Cornell Alston, and Manuel Boris.